Indianapolis has won the toss and will receive it here tonight from the Dolphins. And that means right away we'll see Peyton Manning in that Colt offense with the big question. Anthony Gonzalez, who was expected to be the #2 receiver, out because of the knee injury. So some young players will have to step up on this stage tonight.
Yeah, you're looking at a second-year player, Pierre Garçon from Mount Union, Austin Collie, the rookie out of BYU. They're going to have to play a big role for the Colts offensively.
Miami's kickoff man is Dan Carpenter. Did a very good job in this regard last year. Second year out of Montana. Big guy, strong leg. And bringing the kick back will be Chad Simpson, who returned 3 last week against Jacksonville. Interesting to watch Indianapolis' special teams looking for a little bit more production there. This hasn't always been known as the loudest atmosphere, but the new ownership has really put some energy into the franchise. And it's a little bit louder here tonight than I remember it. Off we go with no return for Simpson, and Peyton Manning continues a great streak of consecutive starts. He shows up to work all the time. 178 starts in a row, and from a record perspective tonight, an opportunity to go past Johnny Unitas with the Colts record for wins by a quarterback. And remember, Unitas has one more victory from his year in San Diego, so he would move up even with him on the all-time National Football League list. Opening drive starts from the 20. And Manning down the middle for Clark. And Dallas Clark into the clear. Opening play, touchdown, Colts, 80 yards. Well, that pulls the plug on the party.
I tried to tell you, I call that guy the sheriff, and he doesn't waste much time. They get a classic 2-deep zone, and he goes right to the aggressive play-action pass. They fool the inside linebackers, and Dallas Clark has speed to finish.
A year ago, the Colts could not run the football. They didn't run it well last week, yet why would a defense bite on the play-action fake? Aiken Adele, number 51, the linebacker, looking in the backfield, gets caught.
Adam Vinatieri adds the extra point, and it takes a dozen seconds for Manning and the Colts to get on top by 7.
You'll see right here, there's the linebacker that's going to be responsible for Dallas Clark. The play action, you see him take one step up. That's all it takes is one step, and Dallas Clark gets behind the coverage. Both safeties are dividing, so there's a big void in the middle of the field. But Aiken Adele cannot take that step forward. This is what Peyton Manning, the sheriff, is a master at.
Well, Ron, you got to admit, Reggie Wayne was split to the left, and they're going to double Reggie Wayne. Let's help Sean Smith. We get off the hash mark. We create space. Peyton Manning makes a great throw down the middle. But how about Dallas Clark? Not many tight ends can catch a pass and go 80 yards for a touchdown.
Well, he's a hybrid tight end. He's more of a wide receiver than he is a tight end.
Jabril Wilson missed the tackle. And there's Tiger Woods waiting on the sideline for Peyton. Say, way to go, man.
Got everybody here tonight.
They call Peyton the sheriff. We're going to have to come up with a new name for Tiger.
Pat McAfee is doing the kickoffs this week. They released Sean Andrews. And here comes the return for Miami by Patrick Cobbs, who takes it out to the 25-yard line. So this is exactly what the Dolphins did not need, obviously, and the whole Chad Pennington will try to dig Miami out of. About 13 months ago, Chad Pennington was a Jet. And then the whole Brett Favre thing happened, and Pennington ends up here in Miami, and he's brought in on a 2-year deal. Bill Parcells says, you're here for 2 years, you got to take care of the team, take care of business. Last year leads him to 11 wins, and has the job again this year.
He did a lot more than just take care of business. He was dominant at times.
From the 25, they begin with Ronnie Brown on the run. Good open field tackle to shut him down right out of the gate by Tim Jennings, who starts at corner. So, John, what does Miami need to do tonight because of Freeney and all the things we talked about with the Colts defense?
Well, it's very important that they run the football with success, stay out of second and longs and third and longs. They have to throw the ball quickly. They know Freeney and Mathis are a force. Look for a lot of three-step drops, but it's critical that they get their running game, try to keep the down and distance manageable.
As with any pass rushers, give them a lead and they become more lethal. After no gain, a second down run with Brown. Got a good block from his fullback, Lusaka Polite. Now we'll have a manageable 3rd and 3, like you talked about.
That's a very good job by Dan Henning, the offensive coordinator in Miami. He's done it forever. Watch the tight end. He's going to come in motion repeatedly tonight. Whether he blocks the defensive end or bluffs the defensive end, he's going to get Mathis. He's going to get Freeney's attention. They're going to have to be alert for the down blocks from these motion and tight ends, Ron.
Good job of getting into a manageable 3rd and short situation with the running plays.
Four receivers on 3rd and short. And Pennington throws. It is caught, held onto by Bryant Hartline, the rookie out of Ohio State, in front of Antoine Buffet. 18 yards, first down.
Chad Pennington in the pocket. Look to the short route. It's 3rd and 3. The linebackers are going to jump those short routes. As you watch Pennington set up, he looks in the flat first. He gets the corner to jump that, and then he throws against Bethea, the safety to the outside. Well-timed, but good eye discipline on the part of Chad Pennington.
As the Dolphins do often, Pennington off the field. Ronnie Brown will take the direct snap in the Wildcat. And he gives to Ricky Williams coming around for about 3 or 4 yards. I was interested when we spoke to Dan Henning this week about the Wildcat or using the 2nd-round pick, Pat White, to take the quarterback snap. They like to put him in positive plays, things they feel are going to work early on.
Well, early in the game, when they run the Wildcat, they want positive yardage. They don't want negative plays under Coach Sperano. They'll go to the sideline, they'll see the Colts adjustment, and they'll counter off of that initial play.
Same deal, 2nd and 5. Brown stays out in the Wildcat spot. Fake to Williams, and Ronnie runs for the first down to the 36-yard line.
Take a look at it again. Ronnie Brown. Ronnie Brown. Here comes Ricky Williams. You never know if he's getting it or not, but they will run conventional power plays. You see Justin Smiley pulling in the hole. That is a very physical 8-yard gain on a 2-back run that looks creative and looks wild, Ron, because it's from the Wildcat formation.
They just take their base plays and run them without the quarterback. That was the power to the right, very effective.
Now Pennington returns and conventionally hands to Brown, running left. First down, gain of 11. Melvin Bullitt, the tackle.
Again, you want to run the delays. You get Dwight Freeney coming upfield. Jake Long does a real nice job of handling him and squeezing him back to the inside. You'll see Long, number 77. It's not Freeney coming up the field. He usually plays in that position. It was Dawson on that particular play. Long took him to the inside, washed him down, and Ronnie Brown got to the outside.
Deontay Dawson in there for a snap. Brown has 4 carries for 28 yards. And we got our first flag of the night. Terry McCauley is our referee.
Offense number 77. 5-yard penalty. First down.
You know, I like what Jake Long said. The offensive line was ticked off. They were upset with the way they played last week against the Falcons. Pennington, the entire offensive football team wanted to come out and make a physical statement in this game early. So far, they've done that.
The Dolphins have invested over $150 million long-term money in this offensive line. They did not play up to that value last week. You're right, John. They were angry this week.
Patrick Cobbs, the 3rd running back, and a good one, too, in motion. And a throwback to it. Got a good block. Nice cut by Cobbs to get it to the 21-yard line. Buffet made the tackle, a gain of 8. So Cobbs comes off the bench. Second and 8. Pressure picked up the middle. Pennington's got it to Ginn. whose forward progress was right at the line. It'll be close to the first down.
Well, Dwight Freeney loves playing the game on second down and long and passing situations. Freeney's #1 objective is to speed rush the edge. But here's the counter move. A wicked inside spin move. Dwight Freeney isn't the tallest guy in the league, but he is definitely the fastest defensive end. And that spin move, it's hard to stop.
But I like
it's fun to watch.
I like the fact that Dolphins had Joey Hanos lined up as a tight spot. That put Freeney wider to the outside. Although he won, he didn't get to Pennington.
Wildcat, Pennington off the field, Brown keeping, and Ronnie Brown to the goal line, and in. Touchdown, Miami.
That's where they like the Wildcat, inside the red zone. So far, the Wildcat is having a birthday party. 3 snaps I've seen, 3 outstanding plays, and Ronnie Brown is running hot right now. Excellent job by the Dolphins of answering a score. Let's go back to that, Ron. Big play to start the game for the Colts. Very impressive play by the Dolphins, finishing the drive.
Let's watch the ball as he goes down, extends the ball right there. That's very close. Let's see if Indy decides to challenge. No challenge flag thrown. The extra point knocked through. A 75-yard drive answers the one-play 80-yard touchdown by Manning to Clark. Chad Simpson, the kick return. Thrown down just shy of the 20-yard line. Oh, quick start, all tied at 7. Peyton Manning with the quick strike, 12 seconds into the game. At times the quickest touchdown in the 40 seasons of Monday Night Football. Last year, Allen Rossum, San Francisco, opened the game with a kickoff return for a touchdown in Arizona. Joseph Adai takes the first carry of the night, and Adai gets a dozen yards. Out of their traditional no-huddle, Adai tries the middle, gets about 3. Since the Colts no-huddle, just show you the names of the starters here on the bottom of the screen. Adai will share time with Donald Brown, the rookie out of Connecticut at running back. Reggie Wayne surrounded by some inexperienced Austin Collie out of BYU, one of the receivers. Saw Clark already with his big pass catch. And you run through that offensive line that is back. And Jeff Saturday still in the middle with Peyton Manning now in his 11th year in the league. 2nd and 7. The pressure's picked up and Manning's complete to Clark. A first down in front of Jeremiah Bell. Bell's the safety on this Dolphin defense that was very solid throughout last season. Up front, they start with Kendall Langford tonight. Jason Ferguson on the nose. He's been with Parcells going back to the Jets and Dallas days for Bill. Jaws mentioned Jason Taylor playing that new spot. Strong side linebacker over the tight end. Watch Aiken Adele had a back injury this week. Missed some practice. In the secondary, Will Allen's the veteran. But Sean Smith's the rookie who's going to be tested. And Jabril Wilson already missed on a big play tonight. Adai's first down run goes nowhere. There's a guy I just mentioned, Jason Ferguson. Been doing this for 13 years now.
It's going to be a cat and mouse game all night tonight. Peyton Manning in the no-huddle offense is going to be surveying this Dolphin defense, trying to get his team in the best possible play. This guy, number 18, will not waste plays. Watch him. Watch his eyes against this Miami defense.
He's looking for that juicy look, then he's going to attack.
Manning on second down, firing downfield for Garcon. Caught the ball, but was out of bounds. Incomplete. Will Allen had the coverage over there.
That was an impressive play by Pierre Garcon, the rookie. The second-year player, first-year playing. Watch Peyton Manning on the double move. They're going to go after Will Allen with the young receiver. Pumps the corner, resets his feet, puts the ball up, and Garcon made a nice play on it. Just got to leave a little bit more room from his sideline.
Ball kind of took him a little bit out of bounds. I thought Garcon ran a good route on that one, John.
Wow, it's loud, man. A little tougher to communicate in the no huddle. Manning contacted as he throws, incomplete for Reggie Wayne. The pressure that came forced that out earlier than the Sheriff wanted. Joey Porter bringing the heat.
And beautiful coverage in the secondary. Joey Porter must show up tonight. Here he is on the open side of the formation against Charlie Johnson. You see the speed to the outside. Just rushed Peyton a little bit. However, there was excellent coverage on the outside by Sean Smith and Jabril Wilson, double covering on Reggie Wayne.
Rookie out of West Virginia, drafted in the 7th round, Pat McAfee. It's a big booming leg. Pitch to Devon Bess.
Out of here.
Yeah, I told you, big booming leg. Just a little too much. Got to rein that thing in.
John.
Mike Tirico, John Gruden, Ron Jaworski, Susie Culver on the sideline here in Miami, all tied at 7, about 2/3 of the way through the first quarter. If you're just tuning in, Manning to Dallas Clark, first play of the game, 80 yards, and the Dolphins respond with a 75-yard drive and a Ronnie Brown touchdown to tie. Pennington very solid on that opening drive. 3 in the backfield. Look for Ricky Williams running left. Melvin Bullitt and Tim Jennings tackle him after a gain of a half. Dozen for Ricky.
Dan Henning, a real nice call. It's that delayed draw, allows Freeney to come up the field, and you see Ronnie Brown make the block in the linebacker, and Ricky Williams gets to the outside. Those delays will draw those speedy defensive ends of the Colts up the field and create natural seams for the running game. And Ricky's running hard.
You saw that second hit that Jennings gave him. Ricky was looking to come out of the game, but couldn't get Ronnie Brown's attention, so he stays in, but he's certainly feeling that second lick he took. Second and 4, he gets to stick his head back in there again and get rocked up front by Antonio Johnson. 3rd and 1, power to the left, Williams got the first down. Hard yards, Ricky Williams still has it.
And this is the kind of game that Dan Henning wanted to establish. Success on 1st and 2nd down, try to maintain 3rd down and shorts. And they are obviously running left at Dwight Freeney, or they're running behind big Jake Long at left tackle with a lot of success.
So they get first down, they get over the 30. Now Pennington comes out and Ronnie Brown comes in. You know, they do telegraph what they're doing when Pennington comes out, but in the first series there were 3 runs, so 5, 9, and 14. Brown sticks it up in there and keeps the pile going for a gain of about 4.5. And now option C. Dan Henning turns to Pat White, the 2nd-round pick out of West Virginia. He'll come in and play quarterback, and the fans reacting to this multi-skilled lefty. And he reads and hands to Ricky Williams, who goes nowhere there. It's a 2nd-round draft pick. Again, he's the number 2 quarterback. Chad Henne is the 3rd quarterback tonight.
Well, Pat White is the active quarterback tonight. Chad Henne is not active. They brought Pat White in here because of his skill set. This guy ran for over 4,000 yards at West Virginia. He threw for almost 6,000. This guy is definitely a prospect at quarterback. He can also run the spread option.
A lot of times what they just did there was to see how Indy was playing it. You can see the conversation on the sideline. They got a good look at what the Colts were doing. Stand by, there's more from that package. 3rd and 5, Pennington complete for the first down to Ted Ginn at the 45-yard line.
People want to talk about the lack of arm strength in Chad Pennington. He makes up for it with timing. You'll see the ball out of his hand quick because Dwight Freeney's coming up fast. Jake Long does an outstanding job with the punch and taking up the slack and not giving any air for Dwight Freeney. That gave the passing lane available to Chad Pennington. He delivered on time. First down for the Dolphins.
Miami has 7 first downs on 15 plays, and Cobbs runs for about 4 yards. He's in his 4th year out of North Texas. You know, guys, you talk about Jake Long there, Jaws. We visited with him yesterday. Not exactly an easy week. John Abraham did a really good job getting a couple of sacks for Atlanta last week, and that's one of those you got to have thick skin and bounce back.
Yeah, there's no question about it. Jake Long is an outstanding football player. Defensive ends in this league can embarrass you sometimes. He had a difficult time last week, but hey, he was honest with us. He said he's got to get it going. He's worked hard this week, and the offensive line for the Dolphins took it personal. They've come out and they've moved the ball very well so far this season.
Second down, Williams runs, and Ricky's a couple of yards shy of the first down. It's hard to believe that it's a decade since that Ricky Williams New Orleans trade, you know, where Mike Ditka traded his whole draft and went out into the golf course for the rest of the day. They traded a first-round pick, picks 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 in that draft, and a 1 and a 3 the next year with Washington and New Orleans. Ricky had a couple of decent seasons in New Orleans, but once he got down here to Miami, when he was traded for 2 more number ones, he
might have been worth it. He had back-to-back killer years. Matter of fact, he carried 775 times over a 2-year period.
A couple of former rivals from the AFC East days until the realignment in 02. Miami and Indy used to get together twice a year. The Colts had 7 points in 7 plays in that opening quarter, and that's part of the story with Indianapolis. They don't get as many possessions and plays. His defense needs to get off the field on downs like this, 3rd and 2. Ronnie Brown up the middle, first down to the 28-yard line. Chad Pennington's a very smart quarterback. You heard him say kill, kill. He made an adjustment at the line, and it was the right one.
Well, a lot of times you call 2 plays in the huddle, and if you don't like the initial play, you kill it. And they're going to kill it, and they're going to bring motion here. You'll see it come from the left side of the picture. Just an inside plunge to Ronnie Brown. That's what you get with Chad Pennington. You get a heady quarterback that rarely makes mistakes. That's a great audible, excellent job by the Miami staff.
John, so often we talk about the quarterback reading the coverage in the secondary. Pennington did an outstanding job of reading the front, finding the softness of the front, and attacking the weakness of the defense.
One receiver, it's Greg Camarillo. Pennington down the seam for a tight end. Fasano couldn't bring it in. Covered by Antoine Buffet.
That's what happens when you get the running game going. The Dolphins have been on offense all night. Great time for a play-action pass. The pass has action, and it fools the inside linebackers. Ball's a little bit high. You'd like to see Fasano get up and snatch it, but a great effort.
Yeah, this is that area of the field the Dolphins love to attack. They get around that 30-yard line. They're not looking for 3 or 4 yards. They're looking for the touchdown. Ball just got a little bit away from Chad Pennington. He had Fasano open down the middle.
Second and 10, they'll run to the left with Williams. And Indy's speed got to the side there. Raheem Brock with the tackle. Maybe only a gain of a yard for Ricky. 3rd and long.
One thing for sure, with these long sustained drives that Miami's putting together right now, they're keeping Peyton Manning exactly where they want him, over there on the cooler with the rest of these Indianapolis Colts offensive players. But this time of possession is a real factor for the Dolphins in winning this game.
Yeah, Miami's had the ball almost 13 minutes to 3 minutes for the Colts. Huge disparity in the favor of the Dolphins.
And you just saw there, guys, this down, 3rd down. Inability to get people off the field. Bottom 3 teams in the league the last 3 years. Pennington, end zone. Ginn couldn't bring it in. It was a hair too long for him. He had 10 breaking open for a touchdown. They'll try a field goal.
And that's what happens a little bit. When you have speed, sometimes you don't have enough field to use it. But you can see these last 2 passes, one to Fasano, one to Ginn. Great players have to step up and make these plays in big games.
45-yard field goal coming, Dan Carpenter, 2nd year out of Montana. First field goal attempt of the year is good. Here's a return from Chad Simpson. Brought down inside the 20-yard line. Another tackle for Lex Hilliard. Back here in Miami, the Dolphins are going to be forced to re-kick. They were offsides on the kickoff, so a chance for Indy to improve their field position when Peyton Manning gets back on the field and use those offensive weapons. Another Dan Carpenter kickoff and another opportunity for Chad Simpson to return. And he'll gain about 9 yards on the exchange as he's tackled at the 28-yard line. Your thoughts on that left-right lineup? Some people wonder, oh, why not move Reggie Wayne over to the right now a little bit more often, variety?
Well, it's because of the no huddle. They like jumping the ball, never huddling. It allows them to play faster. Reggie Wayne stays on his side of the field. Marvin Harrison stays on his side of the field. And Peyton Manning knows what to do with the football. But there was a period, 1999 to 2006, nobody was better than Marvin Harrison.
Harrison hasn't officially retired yet, and there was some talk when Gonzalez got hurt. Will they call Marvin and ask him to come back in? Well, they did. Wayne this time lines up in the slot on the right.
And it's a deep cross to him.
And he's got it at the 41-yard line. So he lines up on the right, yet he catches on the left.
And normally, you know, as I've watched this Colt offense through the years, even when Marvin Harrison was there, he would run this crossing route. And also Reggie Wayne from the left side would run the deep crossing route. They just do a terrific job of putting their wide receivers in a place to succeed.
After a gain of 16, it's a run with a die right up the middle. We talked about Chad Pennington. Peyton's done it for years, and he sees a look that's a good run. He gets his team to it.
This whole offense is based on audibles and hand signals. And I'm loving this. I'm watching Austin Collie and Pierre Garcin lined up to the right. Manning's audible into a run right here. Joseph Adai, if he gets his legs back underneath himself, watch out.
Jeff Saturday with a key block on Jason Ferguson.
After gains of 16 and 15, incomplete for the rookie Collie. Just to let you know about these guys a little bit, let's start with Austin Collie, the guy you see on the screen there from BYU, a rookie. He's a little bit more experienced. He's 24 years old. He did a 2-year Church of Latter-day Saints mission in Buenos Aires, Argentina. So Collie's on one side, kind of more of a slot guy, and Garcon on the other side, a speed receiver. And a lot of high praise coming out of everyone we spoke to with Indy on how this guy going forward could be an impact player on this team.
He's got bump and run on the outside here. He might take a shot at this one. Now the safeties are splitting up. Looks like they had 2 deep coverage. If Peyton sees something he likes, another juicy look for him.
A guy wrapped up by Kendall Langford. It's the gain of a yard.
You know, these young guys, however, they got to get in a huddle and play with the sheriff. And don't think they're not nervous.
Peyton Manning, that's where he's brilliant. Brilliant. But a play is made by Jason Taylor to knock down that brilliance. See if a marker's down on the sidelines. It is on the far side. It's offside on Miami.
They have too many players on the field.
Yes.
You know, I mean,
that's what I thought.
That's what Manning does. He goes to that attack, attack, attack. They hurry to the line, and they get the play off while the Dolphins have too many men on the field.
And the officials are discussing that exact situation. Manning saw Miami changing personnel and did what you said, Joss, attack,
Defense,
attack.
12 men on the field. 5-yard penalty. 3rd down.
It's gonna.
I think it might have been 14, to be quite honest.
Right. Yeah.
Take a look at the chaos. We're trying to get to a nickel defense. We're trying to get to a substitution. 12 guys on the field. Peyton Manning sees it. He has a code word. He yells it out. Everybody gets set. Snap the ball. It's a free play. Peyton Manning, his generalship, his ability to see the substitutions and pull the trigger on these tough decisions is amazing to me.
You know, we go to practice and watch teams try to do this, make those adjustments on the move, and all of a sudden they get in the game, and they always seem to get caught. Peyton is brilliant at doing that.
Now Miami's wrinkle, and Manning calls timeout. Miami wasn't lining up defensive linemen with their hand on the ground, trying to give Peyton confusion. A terrific high-level chess game on display tonight. Out of the Indianapolis timeout as the play clock ran down and the Dolphins gave defensive confusion. 3rd and 3. They only bring 4. Manning throws to Wayne, who caught it, and a huge shot. As Channing Crowder was flying over, the worst of that was absorbed by his own player, Nathan Jones, who's in the extra DB situation, and timeout's called immediately. And they're out to check on Jones. Let's keep him down there for a second. It was his own man who came across and stuck him.
Well, it's a classic under route by Reggie Wayne. Nobody runs more underneath patterns from a wide split than Reggie Wayne. How about that catch and the awareness as to when to get down? This guy, Reggie Wayne, doesn't get near the credit that he deserves. He's back in Miami, the most prolific Hurricane ever. This guy caught more passes than Michael Irvin, Eddie Brown right here in Miami. He is a dominant wide receiver.
And I like the design of the play. They came with a little stacked release so the corner would soften up a little bit and allow Reggie Wayne to come underneath, and Peyton Manning stuck it in.
Nathan Jones walked under the field, off the field, under his own power. First down picked up by the Colts at the Dolphin 30. Three receivers in the pattern for Gian Robinson down the middle, incomplete. Robinson's the 2nd tight end. You see Manning coming off the turf after Kendall Langford pressured him.
Once again, the Colts attacking down the middle. They get that middle open, they're going to take their shots, even with Gian Robinson. Peyton had to get rid of this ball a little quicker, I think, than he would have liked to. As you saw Langford coming in his face, the ball sailed a tad high on him.
Second and 10, a stretch play to the right to a dive. Nowhere to go. It was played well on the corner. And I'll bring up 3rd down. Will Allen, 9-year veteran out of Syracuse, made the play.
You know, talking to the Miami Dolphin defenders, they knew they had to stop the Colts stretch play. They're going to run it to the tight end, away from the tight end, but they've got to set the edge and turn it back to the inside. Great play by Miami.
You see how quickly the Dolphins were trying to sub personnel in and out, trying to get the guys they want on the field for 3rd down before Manning could go attack and quick snap them.
They're using what they call the Dolphin look. 1 down lineman, everyone else standing up. 1 defensive lineman on the field. A lot of linebackers and corners in the game.
Manning had protection, gets it to Clark, the beautiful open field tackle by Jeremiah Bell, and a 42-yard field goal attempt coming.
If you're going to man up in that situation, you have to tackle well. Jeremiah Bell matched up on Dallas Clark on a short drag underneath. He allows Clark to make the catch, but it's a sure tackle. You'll see the pressure here. Dallas Clark separates. In the open field, Bell makes a terrific tackle. Once again, Peyton under duress.
It'll be a 43-yard attempt for the greatest clutch postseason kicker in the history of the game, Adam Vinatieri. He knocks it through and evens the game at 10. No kick return here. It's a touchback. Be taken back at the 20-yard line. There's a great energy that is being built around one of the terrific brands of the NFL. And forever, the Dolphins, going back to the Shula days and the Super Bowls, the perfect season. It meant so much to this league. Chad Pennington's first down pass is a gain of 5 to Brian Hartline, 2nd catch of the night. He also bought this stadium as well, and this will be a football-only facility coming up in a few years. Florida Marlins will have their own stadium on the old Orange Bowl site, and that whole infield look that we always see in early September here will be gone. And there's the man who is buying the groceries, the executive VP of football operations, Bill Parcells, who has built this Dolphin team turned over the roster as they went from 1 win to 11 wins last year. Ronnie Brown is spilled by Taiwan Hagler. Now in his 4th year. Parcells was hanging around practice, chewing your ear off, cruising Saturday. Or is it the reverse?
It was great to spend a couple hours with Coach Parcells. Everywhere he goes, his teams win, and they win big. And he's come down here and made a couple bold moves, getting Pennington in here, drafting Jake Long, bringing the Wildcat to Miami. And now he's part of this new ownership group. This guy's been on the cutting edge of pro football for a long time. It's great seeing him.
He's football through and through. He remembered a blitz he had on me in 1982 that got a sack from Perry Williams. You talk about a memory.
3rd and 5. Good job by Long to keep Freeney out. And time for Greg Camarillo to make a 10-yard catch and a first down at the 35-yard line.
You know, Chad Pennington, you know, he came here and has really stabilized this offense. His leadership skills are unparalleled. When he left New York, he came here on a 2-year deal. For leadership, stabilized the offense, but he didn't know what was going to happen after 2 years. They've drafted Chad Henne. They've drafted Pat White, both in the 2nd round. But Chad Pennington says, I'm in the moment right now. I'm just worried about what I'm doing right now. I can care about the future. He's playing well tonight.
Hands to Ronnie Brown on first down. He gains a couple yards, and I see Ronnie Brown, and you know he takes some of those Wildcat snaps and brings Pennington off the field. But Chad Pennington, he's got a great attitude about what it means to be a quarterback, an attitude to handle this.
And Chad Pennington doesn't want any part of fantasy football. He is not interested in stats. He's interested in execution. He's interested in winning. And he's a big reason why Miami is tied right here in a team that has won since he's been in town.
And on cue, Pennington comes to the sideline, and Ronnie Brown will take the Wildcat snap. Keeping it there, set up the block nicely and gets the first down. He never played quarterback in high school, so it's not like he has option quarterback skills, but he gains 13 with that kind of high school play-looking play.
Well, take a look at the defensive end over here. He cannot close. He cannot close, or Ronnie Brown will have the option to keep it and come out the back door. Funny listening to Ronnie. He said David Lee walked into the meeting last year and said, who wants to take the direct snap? Ronnie Brown raised his hand. He said, I'll do it. Even though he's got no quarterback experience, look what he's become.
There is David Lee, whose title is the quarterback coach. And he's the person who really got this Wildcat going. Pennington down the middle, incomplete. Good job by Tim Jennings coming over the top of the pass intended for Ted Ginn. David Lee was at Arkansas, and you might remember Arkansas with Darren McFadden, Felix Jones, ran the Wildcat offense to great success. And it's funny, you go back to David Lee and his connections. David Lee was a quarterback at Vanderbilt, 1973-74. Who was the defensive coordinator at Vanderbilt at that time? Bill Parcells. So they've known each other for quite some time. Lee comes to the NFL. They struggled the first 2 games last year. We need a bailout. Here it is, the Wildcat. This time Dwight Freeney gave Ronnie Brown nowhere to go, and a penalty marker down after a loss of a yard.
Offside, defense number 99. 5-yard penalty, 2nd down.
Antonio Johnson flag.
Hey, I've been from Oregon to Appalachian State studying the spread offense and the Wildcat formation. The only guy I can't get to is that guy, David Lee. They won't let me near him. This guy has brought a whole new package to pro football, whether you agree with me or not, Ron. The Colts are having a very hard time dealing with it.
After this play, I'll give you my opinion on what I think, all right, while you're getting all happy over here.
After the first accepted flag on the Colts tonight, Pennington's pass is incomplete. Taiwan Hagler was a step away for a pick 6. All right, Jaws.
Now, I don't think it'll ever be a staple in the NFL. I think it's a gimmick, it's a gadget, and it has its place in the game. If you really look at the big picture of the Wildcat a year ago for the Miami Dolphins, they ran it 8.4% of the time. It gained 10.5% of the yards. That's 2% more than your normal offense would give. Are you really worried about that 2% more, Coach? Yeah, I think it does give you some problems for the defense. It gives you some plays in the red zone, but gimmicks and gadgets don't work consistently in the NFL.
3rd and 5, Pennington rolling right. Throw back to the left is covered, so they got to make something happen. And they won't, because Freeney's waiting there for a sack. Dwight Freeney is 2nd sack of the season, and Miami will punt.
And an excellent job by the corner, Tim Jennings. It was that tight end fall down, sneak back across the field, and Jennings didn't buy it.
Take a look at Dwight Freeney. The one thing that really impresses me the most is his ability to stay alive. He never quits. He has unbelievable stamina.
Dan Carpenter's punt fielded on the sideline by T.J. Rushing. Mike Tirico, John Gruden, Ron Jaworski, Susie Culver on the sideline, all tied at 10. We played about 25 minutes of the game, and Indianapolis and Peyton Manning have only run 15 plays. Donald Brown, 1st-round pick out of Connecticut. Sneaks under to run to the, I call it, 17-yard line. Just joining us. First play drawn up by Tom Moore, the offensive coordinator. Ended up being an 80-yard touchdown. There is Tom, one of the great people of the National Football League. A lot of success over many years. And it looked for a time, guys, this offseason that he and Howard Mudd, the line coach, weren't going to come back because of benefits and other issues with contracts. They retired and looked like they were going to retire, but were brought back by Jim Irsay, the owner. And Peyton Manning's the happiest guy about that. Manning takes off and gains just a couple of yards. What familiarity Manning's had with those guys over the entire career Peyton's been here.
Well, you go back and look at these two guys. They're not only unbelievable, legendary assistant coaches, they're great men. They teach these Colt players how to be great pros, how to work and continue to improve. And those are two of the best of all time right there.
I agree with you, John. They're probably going to be angry with us because they are not self-promoters. They're grinders. They work all day. They work all night. They love the game of football.
Third and 3. Manning down the middle off the hands of Nate Jones. And 3 and out quickly for the Colts.
Well, that's their young receiver, Austin Collie, in the slot. And Peyton Manning called his number. You'll see Collie coming right down the slot. And it's good coverage by the Miami Dolphins. Nathan Jones, a youngster out of Rutgers. Good job whipping his head around and finding the football.
Undercut the throw nice because he had help over the top. He could tailgate that. And ball busted him right in the hands. Almost had the interceptions. Excellent coverage by the Dolphins secondary.
Rookie McAfee with the punt very high. It'll be 41 yards. A good field position for the Dolphins. Chad Pennington and the Dolphins take over at the 40, and here's Ricky Williams. Gain of about 7 yards for Ricky. Kelvin Hayden made the tackle.
You know, one thing about these Indianapolis Colts, I call them the killer bees. They've got some bees out there that not a lot of people know about. Guys like Gary Brackett, Melvin Bullitt. You see Raheem Brock, Antoine Bethea. These guys are excellent football players. They come from obscurity. Some of them aren't even drafted. Credit to Bill Pollard.
Brock's out there right now as Freeney and Mathis, the two starting ends, get a breather. And it's Brock on cue, getting Ricky Williams for the gain of only a yard.
That's one of the ways Miami has got to slow the pass rush down. The use of a draw play. But you see Raheem Brock, I believe he's over here on the right side of the screen, does a nice job on an inside stunt. That's John Tierlink and this defensive line. They know they're vulnerable to the draw play. That's an excellent job.
Yeah, John Tierlink, the defensive line coach, they do a lot of slants and stunts and twists.
Dolphins full complement of timeouts. All replays handled up in the booth now in the last 2 minutes. 3rd and 2, a fullback run will get the first down with Lusaka Polite. Was undrafted, made the Dallas team when Parcells was down there. Came here as Tony Sperano was also there in Dallas at the same time.
Big first down for the Dolphins, Mike. They can now keep this ball for the rest of the first half and not give it back to Peyton Manning.
For receivers, they'll run Ricky Williams to the 41-yard line, and Miami's run for well over 100 yards here in this first half. 125 they've run for.
And Chad Pennington being very careful here in the 2-minute drill right before the half with a draw play to start this drill.
41, pass complete to Devon Bess, who gets out of bounds for the first down in front of Kelvin Hayden.
Devon Bess has short area quickness. He can separate, get away from people, has a good feel, good feet. Chad Pennington knows how to work the ball to him. And that's what you want right there. Peyton Manning on the sideline with a hat on.
Plenty of time, 1:08. Dolphins have all 3 timeouts left. Again, this is where the Indianapolis Colts are at their best, rushing the passer in a 2-minute drill.
Play action, Pennington. Flushed out of the pocket. A good job to keep the play alive. It's only going to be a gain of a yard, but out of bounds. Tim Jennings wanted the clock to keep running, but he kept his man in bounds. He did not.
That's one of the things Chad Pennington talked about last night. I'm going to have to move in the pocket. I'm going to have to throw from awkward deliveries because of the rush. But Pennington does a great job of avoiding negative plays. Sacks, interceptions. That's a classic example right there.
Eric Foster was clean up the middle, showed that pocket mobility, so important at this level.
Second and 9, inside run for Ronnie Brown. That's a second consecutive good play for Eric Foster out of Rutgers, whose home is down here. He's from Homestead, Florida, and a timeout is taken. Back here in Miami, the Dolphins facing a 3rd down and 7, and they were a little tardy getting the play out there. Now they reset the play clock, so they'll be okay.
What's tough about the Colts is they only gave up 6 touchdown passes as a defense last year. That hasn't happened ever in a 16-game season.
Wow. That's a wow.
3rd and 7, they're trying to stay in field goal range down here as Williams gets close to the first down. It'll be 4th and a yard. 48 seconds left. Let's see who will stop the clock with a timeout. I think the Colts are going to use one here. Yes, timeout Indianapolis. 4th and 1 coming up. Fans got a little fired up there for a second as it was 4th and 1. The offense was out there without Chad Pennington, and they were hoping that Tony Sparano was going to go for it on 4th down. But he does the prudent thing here and brings out the field goal kicker, Dan Carpenter, to try to take the lead.
Hard to kick off of this dirt.
Good from 45, this one from 44. (13-10) Miami. 13-10, Dolphins over the Colts. See what Peyton Manning and the Colts can do. They have a couple of timeouts remaining. I believe I said 1. We'll see what Peyton Manning and Tom Moore decide to do. Double check who the last timeout was called. On the board here it has Indy with 2, Miami with 1. We'll confirm that. Carpenter's kickoff's returnable. It's short, only to the 10-yard line. Chad Simpson stopped at 25 by Reggie Torbor. We've got some help coming along. Terrific, entertaining game last night in Dallas. As the Cowboys opened up their new, beautiful stadium, but did not get the win.
Eli Manning was razor sharp when he had to be.
That is correct. Colts have 1 timeout. The board here in the stadium is showing the wrong number of timeouts. It's showing Indy with 2. They only have 1. We were right the first time. Number 27, Manning. Got to get rid of it. Able to find the rookie Brown out of the backfield and right near midfield for the first down. Gain of 24.
Peyton Manning bought a little bit of time in the pocket. He had Donald Brown on a little wheel route up the sideline.
Well, it's unbelievable, really. Brown tries to fight back to the inside, gets cut off and flew it. And what a great adjustment by a rookie running back.
From midfield, Manning again through the hands of Dallas Clark and incomplete. 2nd and 10, 23 seconds and a timeout left.
Just one of the things that Bill Polian did drafting Donald Brown. He got the nation's leading rusher in Donald Brown, and he got a guy that can pick up blitzes and can run the football. And when the Colts won their last Super Bowl in 2006, Dominic Rhodes had over 600 yards, and they missed that complementary style he had. Donald Brown brings that and more.
2nd and 10 with a marker down. Manning to Clark. Trying to get to the sideline to save that timeout. Gained a dozen. Now let's check the flag.
Illegal formation. Offense. 6 men on the line of scrimmage. 5-yard penalty. 2nd down.
Outside of the first offensive play for the Colts, they've been very sloppy offensively.
Looks like Miami is playing 2 deep safeties and man-to-man underneath. And look for Dallas Clark in this situation. Manning just missed him 2 plays ago.
There's 15 seconds remain. Manning throwing for Wayne off his hands, held on to and picked off by Jabril Wilson. The rookie Sean Smith had the coverage. The safety Wilson comes over to get it. Wayne wants to check the replay, which in the last 2 minutes happens upstairs for review.
Oh, it's a blitz situation. And Peyton Manning's going up top to Reggie Wayne. It's the matchup we talked about. Sean Smith, the rookie out of Utah, whips his head around. Ball's tipped, and you work on that in practice. That's a catch.
Ooh. No, it isn't.
Oh, no, it isn't.
Nope.
The ball came out of there. Don't speak too soon.
Be careful there, John.
That rookie
came out.
Previous play will be reviewed.
What a great effort, though, by Sean Smith. That's the matchup we talked about in the pregame warm-up, Jaws. A 6'3" corner. They're very high on him.
If Indianapolis gets the ball back, it would be 2nd and 15 or 3rd and 15.
After review, the defender lost control of the football prior to completing the interception. It is an incomplete pass. It will be 3rd down and 15 on the 45-yard line.
Now, the time doesn't change, so there's 8 seconds remaining. And now you have to be thinking, okay, one of 2 options. You go deep and try to hit the Hail Mary at the end of the half, or do you try to get a 25-yard chunk to get to Adam Vinatieri's field goal range? You do have 1 timeout to stop the clock.
Yeah, now if you're a receiver, you got to be aware. Give yourself up if you catch the ball down the field. Immediately get the timeout.
50 is really the back end of Vinatieri's range at this point in his great career. Well, that doesn't help. If you're a Dolphin, if that is offside, you'll add 5 yards.
Defense number 78. 5-yard penalty. 3rd down.
Well, the Dolphins showed a 3-man rush and a prevent defense. They clearly are going to force this football underneath.
Manning throws to Clark, and they're in field goal range with 2 seconds left.
How about that? Just on cue, they're going to put it underneath, and Peyton Manning gets a great clear-out route by Reggie Wayne. He removed the cornerback, Sean Smith, and great touch and accuracy by Manning.
But come on, John. You got to play the boundary there. You have to play the boundary defensively. You do not allow a corner out to get out of bounds. That's a mistake on defense.
48-yard field goal for Vinatieri to end the half. Off the post and goes in. How about that to end the half? Adam Vinatieri goes over 1,500 points for his career with a bank shot to end the half. And Manning, of course, that gets him in position, and the bank shot to end the half. 13 all at the break. Wow. What do the Colts need to do half two?
Turn the ball over to Peyton Manning. They're not running the football with any consistency. Peyton's getting runs against good look. They're not good looks. They're not breaking the big yardage. Peyton Manning, take over the game throwing the football.
The Dolphins have 132 rushing yards. They've had that in 6 years and a half. So keep doing it, huh?
Got 24 attempts. They're keeping themselves in third and short. They're 6 for 9 on third down. They've had the ball 21 minutes.
Yeah, well,
Peyton Manning can't even get on the field. I really like what Miami's done. Indianapolis has to make some adjustments to knock this run out, or they're in trouble.
Miami will get the ball first. Manning and the Colts won last week at home by 2 over Jacksonville. The Dolphins lost in Atlanta, so they're trying to avoid going 0-2 to start the season. Patrick Cobbs has this short kickoff from the 5, and he stumbled. And finally thrown down. And part of that rushing total we talked about, most since September of 2003. In 96 games, they've had a first half running the ball like that, so they go back to Brown on the ground for 3, and here's Susie Caldwell.
Yeah, well, happy birthday, Wildcat is right. Jim Caldwell said it truly is so deceptive, and it kept them off balance. They even had trouble tackling. And then when I asked Tony Sperano what it's like for him to watch from the sideline, see it have so much success, he said, it's exciting for me, and we get our best people on the field. It fires everybody up, gets everyone going, everyone feeds off of it. Then as we were coming out of the tunnel, he turned around and started yelling at his players.
Thanks, Susan. I'm glad you said that part about getting your best players on the field. Brown to the left side. Maybe stopped at the 30, because that's really where this Wildcat kind of got started, because they looked at their personnel. Look, there aren't dynamic wide receivers on this Dolphin team, with all due respect to them. Chad Pennington is not the guy who throws it dynamically. Their best people are Ronnie Brown and Ricky Williams, and they were trying to scratch their heads on a long flight back from the West Coast. How do we get our best guys on the field? Wildcat was part of it, and it's worked out well.
That's a credit to him. Creativity is a big part of Dan Henning. That's what you get.
3rd and 5. You see, Miami's been in more manageable third down situations than Indianapolis. And they managed to convert another one with a 10-yard first down game for Ted Ginn in front of Antoine Buffet and Tim Jennings.
Once again, Chad Pennington knows the situation. Goes that 5-step drop. The back foot hits the ground. The ball is out of his hand in 2.1 seconds. Watch the timing of Ted Ginn. Comes out that break. There's the ball on his body real quick. If you run that route with that exquisite timing execution, can't be stopped, just like they did there.
Miami showed this formation in the first half. 3 in the backfield. And Greg Camarillo gets the quick hit, but he had to go up high to catch it. So it made him an easy target for Kelvin Hayden.
Yeah, if you're going to throw one of those now routes where the quarterback just stands up and throws it quick, you better get it low, because that corner is driving the route.
You know, Dan Henning does a great job with formations. Here comes a massive substitution. Looks like another Wildcat, but I've seen 3 running backs. I've seen Wildcats, no backs, 2 backs. Dan Henning has it going on tonight.
And Brown back to take the direct snap. And starts Ricky Williams in motion. That's the second time it already come back to him. With a marker down, Williams into the secondary. 15 yards if it stands. Hayden the tackle. Movement up front on the line.
Offside, defense number 68. Penalties decline.
You know, you change quarterbacks, you change snap counts.
Wait a minute. I was just, are you giving Ronnie Brown credit for changing the snap count? Come on.
Ronnie Brown, he has a southern accent.
Oh, there you go.
Little twang.
Yeah, so Eric Foster got caught with that, right?
Offsides, but once again, it's a 12-yard physical run by Ricky Williams out of the Wildcat.
And right back to it here on 1st and 10. Threw out of it a few times last year. Hard fighting for a couple of yards. Pennington back in for 2nd and 8. And a throw to Ginn is a yard shy of the first down. You know, I hear quarterbacks, guys, talk all the time about rhythm of the game. That's some of the issue with Philadelphia. How does Chad Pennington not get out of rhythm in these situations?
Because at practice, they work on this. So they're 12-play series they run in practice. Chad will only run 9 of them. They'll have 3 variations of the Wildcat or the spread option. But you see, when Chad does plant that back foot, the ball comes out on time and the receiver's open, you see a passing game that works very well. I've been impressed with the route running of Ted Ginn. We all know about his speed, but Chad told us he's really been improving his route running. It's been evident tonight.
Polite, the fullback, takes a carry on short yardage and gains a first down to the 33-yard line.
And that's the 8th third down conversion tonight. But look at the surge right here on the right side between the right guard and right tackle. Vernon Carey came down hard. You get that kind of movement in a 3rd and 1 situation, a lot of guys are going to get the first down.
Now for the 2nd time tonight, 2nd-round draft pick Pat White comes in at quarterback. First time was just a run, but often that was just to see how the Colts are going to play it when Pat White comes in the game. See what they do this time. Rookie out of West Virginia just hands it to Williams, and that play was read well by Clint Session, the linebacker.
Well, that's the spread option, and Pat White was brought in to do it. Take a look at Dwight Freeney. That's the guy that Pat White is going to read. He's going to put the ball in Ricky Williams' chest and read the defensive end. Wasn't Freeney that time, but the end didn't close. Pat White gave the ball up to the inside. He's got to block a little bit better than that.
Keontae Dawson again as they continue to rotate those defensive ends, but do your job. Assignment football. College football term. It's more in the pros every week now, right? Pennington back in for 2nd and 11. Covered downfield. Checked down to Williams. Ricky lost the ball after he hit the ground and was hit by Gary Brackett.
But you know, that's what Larry Coyer, the defensive coordinator of the Indianapolis Colts, told us last night. He says, you know, defending the option is foreign to our players. They're not used to defending the option.
You know, what we're seeing right now is excellent pass protection. It looks right now, the Colts pass rush is tired. They're not getting off the line. They're not getting pressure on Chad Pennington, and he has time to survey the field. Nothing there. Check it to Ricky Williams.
Larry Coyer, who replaced Ron Meeks as the defensive coordinator for the Colts this year, wanted to attack more in these situations. They rushed 4 on this 3rd and 8, and it was deflected by Foster. Eric Foster's been very active, dropped back from the line, caused the deflection, and a long field goal attempt coming.
Eric Foster has been very active. You'll see the play action pass right here. Here's Foster getting pressure right up the middle on Donald Thomas. If you're not going to get to the quarterback, look at him, read his eyes, and try to jump in the way of the ball. And that's exactly what he was able to do. Terrific job by Eric Foster. Heck, he also plays fullback offensively. Versatile guy.
This is one thing I never liked doing, was kicking a lot of long-range field goals, because if you miss it, you give the ball to Manning right here at the 40.
49-yard attempt for Dan Carpenter. Wide right, no good. And Peyton Manning will take over at the 40. And Peyton Manning and the Colts won their Super Bowl 41 victory over the Bears right here. Taking over after the missed field goal at their own 40. Joey Porter on cue comes in and takes Manning down for a loss of 8.
Well, Joey Porter had a clean shot to Peyton Manning. He was untouched. You'll see him come from a wide 9, way outside. 9 is that technique, way outside the tight end. You'll see him just come clean.
Confusion on the right
on the
side.
pass protection. Joseph Adai didn't even get close to him.
Officially loss of 8. Manning swings it to Adai. Got a terrific block from Garcon. Third and 11, Miami brings 5. Hits Manning as he throws incomplete, and a Joey Porter pressure series forces a 3-and-out.
Sean Smith, the rookie corner, doing an excellent job in coverage, forcing Peyton Manning to get rid of the football because he doesn't have the play down the field. Porter with good pressure, being blocked by Charlie Johnson. Peyton had to get rid of the ball quickly. Watch Sean Smith, number 24. Jump set, stutter, go. Now look at this. He can jump it because he has help over the top from Jabril Wilson.
Second-round pick out of Utah. Look out, straight up the middle. McAfee, the rookie, did a good job to get rid of that. Wow, Devon Bess at the 12. Trying to turn the corner, and he's escorted to the sideline at the 20-yard line. Always nice to be back in South Florida, and we'll be back in a few weeks when Rex Ryan and the Jets come calling on the Dolphins.
That should be a great one.
Jets and Dolphins always play good games. Last year, Christmas night, 06 for the Jets and Dolphins on a Monday night. Ronnie Brown a run, leaks out, gets a gain of 5. Brown to the left. Only to get a couple of yards. Chad Pennington only sacked once tonight by Freeney. 3rd and 3. Pennington gets rid of it to Bess, who hangs on and gets the first down. Quint Session hit him, but Devon Bess, good job hanging on for the first down.
Poise in the pocket from Chad Pennington. The pocket was collapsing around him. The eyes were downfield looking for a receiver. Here comes the pressure from Foster up the middle. Matheson the outside. Chad slides to his left. But I love the focus downfield. The head never moves from the focus in the secondary. Where's the receiver? Who's coming open? He finds Devon Bess for the first down. Poise in the pocket from Pennington.
Wildcat formation. Brown ready for the direct snap. The middle for the first down and a gain of 14.
When you watch this Wildcat formation, I'm convinced the Indianapolis Colts are going to have to do something with their safety to get him involved in the run support, because they are just running the power play, double teams at the point of attack. They're pulling Justin Smiley. They've got to get their free safety cheated up to become a factor in this running game.
Why wouldn't they cheat it up? Ronnie Brown's not going to throw it down the field. Get him up in the box.
He's back 14 yards again. This time Patrick Cobbs takes it to the left and takes it into the secondary for 19 yards. They've run 9 Wildcat plays for 96 yards tonight.
Trickery, gimmicks, gadgets, misdirection. That's what this offense is about. You see Ronnie Brown going right, hands it off back to the left. Just outstanding job getting down the field. Linemen down the field. You'll see it here. Boy, you just see this offense starting to click as Patrick Cobbs comes around the outside. Right now, the Colts defense looks gassed. They're tired. Their hands are on their knees. They're rattled right now.
Here's a Ricky Williams run. For a gain of a couple of yards. So, guys, just back me up a second. You're talking about the safety coming down more. Basically, if I passed my week at Chucky and Jaws football school, what the Wildcat does, you don't have to worry about the quarterback, right?
No.
So it's like the single wing, so you have an extra person in the run game. And that safety not coming down means you don't have another guy to help defend, so you need that extra help. Is that the whole deal?
When you're in a Wildcat, you have an extra blocker when you direct snap the ball to the tailback. You have an extra blocker. You have to involve that single safety in the run fit, or you're potentially short. And that's what's happening.
Gets it off in time. Traditional play with Ricky Williams for a gain of 3. 3rd and 6. First down line of 25. Pennington got it. First down, Ted Ginn. That's 24.
You know, this drive seems to be lasting all night. We're under almost 2 minutes left in the 3rd quarter, and Peyton Manning has been on the sidelines every play but 3. Credit this Wildcat offense, this deceptive attack that Dan Henning, David Lee have put together tonight.
And that Wildcat forcing that defense to run sideline to sideline, no pressure on Chad Pennington.
Wildcat snap 10. to Ricky Williams. Another big chunk, about 8 yards, and Jim Caldwell's team knew this was coming, but maybe they should have expected more.
Well, they're going to have a lot of walkthroughs and extended practices next week, because when you get exposed like this, teams are going to take a good look at it. But he's a guy that said we felt pretty good about our plan. We only expect 5 or 6 snaps, but Miami is going 10. Now they're on their 11th, 12th Wildcat play tonight.
Look at it. The Colts have only had the ball 11 minutes, and we're almost at the end of the third quarter, in part because Miami has 200-plus rush yards. Brown left. First down to the 12-yard line. Clint Session with the tackle.
Right now, the Dolphins can run any style of offense. They are just pummeling the Colts defense, and Reggie Wayne can do nothing about it. Straight lead play with Polite up inside. Look at the seam for Ronnie Brown. They're having it their way right now.
Chad Pennington is checked out again.
Yep.
Back to the Wildcat.
This is the 11th Wildcat snap. This is as many as they ran in any single game last year. 11. Brown will keep it and get down to the 6-yard line. There's a marker down as we had offside by the Colts on the defensive front. And Sperano asked if he's going to take it. Sure he will.
Offside, defense number 99. 5-yard penalty. First down.
Antonio Johnson, the defensive tackle.
Well, this is uncharacteristic of the Indianapolis Colts under John Tierlink. The defensive line, very disciplined group. That's the 3rd time tonight they've jumped off sides, and I think every one of them has been Ronnie Brown at quarterback.
Back at the re-energized Blanchard Stadium. I don't remember Dolphin fans being this into the game. They sing the Miami Dolphins song here, standing and cheering and chanting through the 3rd quarter. Their team absolutely dominated the 3rd quarter everywhere but where it matters. There were no points scored in that quarter. We're tied at 13.
Indianapolis has had 25 plays in scrimmage. Miami 58. Time of possession 33 minutes for Miami, 11 for Indianapolis. That's domination.
The break of the quarter could not have come at a better time for the Colts defense that needed that timeout. Pennington running inside just for a couple of yards on that 1st and 5 carry with the fullback Lusaka Polite.
The Dolphins like the play action pass down in this area.
Run it straight with Ricky. A yard shy of the first down. Big Ed Johnson in there for the tackle. Ed Johnson returning to this team tonight. He had to serve a 1-game suspension. He was arrested on a drug possession charge last year, cut immediately, but re-signed this year. He's a guy who was a starter in 07, and they need his size and playing ability there with Antonio Johnson in the middle of the defense.
What a critical call right here. 3rd and goal from the 3.5-yard line. Remember, last year the Colts gave up 6 touchdown passes all season. 3rd and 1, I'm sorry.
Still sneak that first down to 2. And then one Ronnie Brown up the middle and into the end zone. Touchdown, Miami.
Pivot. They give it to Ronnie Brown with Ricky Williams coming across the backfield. Look at the finish. Always used to say, if you score with your man as an offensive lineman, we're going to score a touchdown. What a great drive.
There's Tony Sperano, an offensive line coach at heart, kind of encouraging his offensive line to continue this ridiculous number. 61 to 25 plays. I don't ever remember being in the 4th quarter and seeing a team that had the ball for 11 minutes for the whole game. Chad Simpson. out to the 20. Indianapolis has only run 3 plays in this half. 3 offensive plays in the third quarter, the fewest for the Colts since 2000 in 550 quarters. Astonishing inability to get on the field and stay on. So they'll run with Donald Brown for about 3 yards, and Peyton Manning's got to get his hand on the ball here.
Well, that's been the complaint with this style of defense over the last 7 years. The Colts are 31st in the league over the last 7 years on third down. They've given up 11 out of 15 tonight. They're 25th in defense against the run over the last 7 years. They've given up way too many yards. The problem is this guy, number 18, never gets the play.
Reigning MVP of the league, Manning. Throws a strike to Dallas Clark into Dolphin territory and down the sideline to the 26-yard line. All you got to do is give him a snap or two.
Well, you get Dallas Clark matched up against a linebacker, Channing Crowder, and he's going to win those matchups. You see Dallas Clark get a clean release off the line. Crowder holding him down the line, but a perfect throw from Peyton Manning. Once again, Clark breaks the tackle, takes the ball down to the 27-yard line. Manning looking for his go-to guy right now, Dallas Clark.
That 162 augmented by a gain of 49, career high, Dallas Clark. The rookie, Donald Brown, runs it for about 4 to the 24-yard line.
You know, you count possessions. There's stats for everything, guys. When you count the possessions that the Colt offense gets, they're below the line. They don't get the ball enough in this guy's hands. This guy is one of the best ever.
Second and 6, back to Clark. What a good spin move away from Jeremiah Bell to get 3 more yards and a manageable 3rd and short for the Colts.
You know, with a young wide receiver like Pierre Garçon and Austin Collie, Peyton Manning's going to go to the receivers he trusts, Reggie Wayne and Dallas Clark.
And see all the signals. Manning saw something with that initial hard count. And check to this. A first down reception for Austin Collie out of bounds at the 15.
It's the same play they ran earlier in this situation. He missed Austin Collie. This time Peyton got the ball quickly out of his hand. Watch Peyton the line of scrimmage. He's a master right here. Checking the defense, pointing things out to his offensive line, getting the wide receivers in sync, touching his foot, giving the route to Austin Collie, and Reggie Wayne was left, completed it for the first down.
Taylor's been quiet for Miami. Brown up the middle. And the rookie from Connecticut scores a touchdown.
Peyton Manning answers a score with a great drive of his own. But there is a staple in the Indianapolis Colts one-back rushing attack. It's a trap play. Watch the right guard come across the formation and trap the defensive tackle. Right there, Philip Merling. What execution by Howard Mudd and the Indianapolis Colts. That is a beautiful thing, a short trap.
Terrific run by the rookie Brown. What a great time and run for his first career touchdown.
And give some love to Mike Pollock, who made that block the right guard.
Adam Vinatieri adds the extra point. I don't know if it was a long off season. The football's been great right out of the gate, college and pro this year. What a great couple of weeks it's been, huh?
Yeah, and it's normally sloppy in the first few weeks.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Returned by Cobbs, spilled at the 22. Miami gets it back. It's not Ronnie Brown, but Donald Brown, who had a big impact on this game tonight as well. Another good one on Monday Night Football. Mike Tirico, John Gruden, Ron Jaworski, Susie Culver on the sideline. Tied at 20, 10 minutes left. Dolphins 0-1, Colts 1-0. Great wrap up to week 2 of the season. Chad Pennington and the Dolphins have controlled the time of possession. That slithers through the hands of Ted Ginn, who's caught most everything thrown his way tonight. Incomplete.
I'd like to see him catch that ball. Here's a 3-back formation. Little play action pass to Ricky Williams. With all the success they've had running the football, the ball's got to be caught.
Got to be caught. Ted Ginn has to come up with that catch. Got the ball down to the numbers. You got it. Your numbers down to the ball. You got to squeeze it when you get down there.
Watch a little short motion coming from the top.
It comes from the tight end, Anthony Fasano. Ricky Williams trying to block in the Indianapolis defense, or trying to get a block. Led by Antoine Bethea, that Colt defense forces Miami into a place they don't do well normally. 3rd and long.
Well, you run the football well, like the Dolphins have done tonight. You control the clock, yardage, everything, but you don't normally score a lot of points. So this game is tied here at 20-20.
This might be blitz time for Indianapolis. They need to create a 3 and out and get that offense back on the field in good field position.
It's pin your ears back time on 3rd and 10, usually for Dwight Freeney, bottom of your screen. Robert Mathis at the top. They double Freeney, gave Pennington time with that marker down. Devon Best is about 4 yards shy of the first down. Well, let's check the flag.
Offside, defense number 98. 5-yard penalty, 3rd down.
We talked about it early. Chad Pennington used the hard count. Hut, draw him offside. You see it right there. Against defensive ends that really ball key and listen to the quarterback, they want to get off the ball. You talk to every defensive lineman, they talk about get off. Right there, Pennington got him off before the snap.
Now 3rd and 5, much more manageable down and distance for this Dolphin offense.
Yeah, I'll come this way. You good?
Pennington eludes the rush and throws complete to Ginn for the first down at the 42. Good job in the pocket by Pennington.
Once again, Pennington just phenomenal with the pocket mobility. Focused downfield, waiting for someone to open up. Watch Chad right here. Surveys the field. Good pass protection by the offensive line of the Dolphins, keeping him clean, and he finds Ted Ginn for the first down.
Gain of 15, and very often tonight on first down, they've gone to the Wildcat with Ronnie Brown. Takes to Ricky Williams, takes it up the middle, and that pile push gets him about 5 yards there on first down. Another Wildcat snap, this time it goes to Williams, and it was snuffed out by Taiwan Hagler. Good job by the Colts linebackers.
What Miami lacks in this offense is explosiveness. You can see they're dominating the line of scrimmage. They're moving the chains. What they have to get is a manufactured explosive play by design, or a single player getting them that big play that puts them ahead in the ball game. But this is not their style of play. They're not an explosive football team.
The Wildcat does mask some of those inabilities to get the big play down the field, that long strike.
Well, Miami's 12 out of 16 on 3rd down, and this is one of the biggest they'll see tonight.
3rd and 7, a twist by the Colt defense. Pennington hits a good-sized play again with Ginn. Now the Colts are saying it's incomplete.
Once again, you can't say enough about the offensive line of the Miami Dolphins. Jake Long, who was abused a little bit last week by John Abraham, has come up big tonight against Dwight Freeney, allowing Pennington to get this ball deep down the field to Ted Ginn. That one he caught. Hangs on to the football.
The Colts were saying that he did not. That's pretty clear as he comes down there. He's still got control and he's down. That's a completion.
Absolutely.
The Colts were waving that he did not catch it. That's a very clean catch. And 7th for Ginn tonight.
Props to the Dolphins O-line. They've been outstanding tonight.
34. to the bubble and Ginn. But Session drags him down.
Just remember, this drive has been kept alive by an Indianapolis penalty. They have jumped off sides tonight 4 times. Very uncharacteristic of an Indianapolis Colt defensive line, but fatigue has got to be setting in. Miami is going on their 69th play tonight.
Indy's only run 31, and now you start to look at the clock here with the game 20-20. And this play taking us almost inside of 5 minutes. Pennington's going to take a timeout. He'll milk the clock down as far as possible, and you see what John was talking about. We're late in the 4th quarter, and the Colts haven't even had it for a quarter's worth. The Dolphins go to San Diego next Sunday. Indy goes to Arizona next Sunday night. So you have a couple of teams that have long road trips after an exhausting game and a short week ahead. Out of the Miami call timeout, 2nd and 10. Brown got past Freeney. A little bit of a block from Polite and goes out of bounds at the 30.
There was a critical play in this series on 3rd down with Chad Pennington, and he found Ted Ginn because he was able to get great pass protection from Jake Long and Justin Smiley. Here he gets rid of the football, and Ted Ginn gets open down the field. You'll see this here on 3rd and 5. To get the ball 20 yards downfield, you need protection. The Dolphins came up big, and Pennington delivered to Ted Ginn for the 1st down to keep this drive alive.
He's been incredibly productive converting 3rd downs.
13 of 17, Mike. That'll move the chains.
Quick handoff, Ronnie Brown there in field goal range. And from here, you're looking at about 46 yards, 45, 46 yards. Earlier in this half, Dan Carpenter missed from a couple of yards farther back. He missed from 49. He's converted from 44 and 45. And this one will be right at 45. For the lead, the 2nd-year kicker out of Montana. This punter, Brandon Fields, holds. John Denny, longtime long snapper. The operation is perfect, and the Dolphins retake the lead. Another 10-play drive. Been loud and energetic throughout the night of the home opener. The Colts are down 3, and they've been in this situation 100 times before. And now Taylor and Porter and the Miami defense will have to try to stop Manning and company. See where Chad Simpson brings the ball to. Out to the 20. Not when Lex Hilliard, who's made 3 huge special teams hits. All right, so here we go. 3:44. Colts need a field goal to tie, and they start at their own 20. Jason Taylor and Joey Porter coming off the ends at Manning. Manning's got the rookie Donald Brown back there with him. I see a die on the sideline. He's been a part of a lot of those game-winning drives over the years. From the looks of it, a die's not hurt. Get the rookie Brown out there at the running back. 6 DBs and pressure on 1st down, and they go right to Reggie Wayne in front of the rookie Sean Smith. 15 1st down yards to the 35.
Mike, the Dolphins have what they call their fast dime on the field. 6 defensive backs, 1 defensive lineman, and they come with pressure on Peyton Manning. He knows he's got single coverage on the outside. When he reads the blitz, this is a beautiful timing and rhythm throw to Reggie Wayne. Just beats Sean Smith.
Back shoulder throw.
And John, just the 3rd catch for Wayne tonight. The 35, Manning to Dallas Clark in 2 plays, 32 yards.
Game on the line. Go to the guys that you trust. Reggie Wayne and Dallas Clark. You get Dallas Clark a clean release matched up against Jeremiah Bell. He's going to win that an awful lot. Dallas Clark is that hybrid tight end wide receiver. You get him in space, he is an excellent receiver. He runs wide receiver type routes. Peyton's reading that blitz look. He may take his shot here.
Got everybody in place. The blitz comes. He goes towards Garcon. Incomplete. As Will Allen just got in the way of the second-year receiver.
You know, Peyton Manning takes a good look at the defense. He has two receivers on his right, two young guys, Collie and Garcon. He wants those two guys to run a slot combination. You two guys, do what I tell you to do with this hand signal. Garcon didn't get it done, but Peyton Manning gave him a shot.
Once again, a pressure look by the Dolphins. They're not sitting back and playing a bend and no break defense. They're crowding the line of scrimmage, and they're going to bring the heat.
Manning gets rid of it to Garcon, who makes the catch, got a block downfield, and there goes Garcon. Nobody's waiting on him. Touchdown! The Sheriff gets his man again.
Peyton Manning read the blitz. A blitz beater is that bubble screen. Get the ball to probably your fastest wide receiver in Pierre Garcon. He takes it to the end zone. Excellent block from Austin Collie. Did they score too fast? That might be the question.
Vinatieri the extra point. 27-23. They went 80 yards in 32 seconds to take the lead.
What you're going to see right here is the pressure up the middle. They come clean, but Peyton Manning reads it. He understands it. He gets the ball out of his hand quickly to Pierre Garcon in space. Remember, they loaded up the line of scrimmage. Now watch Austin Collie with a nice kick-out block. You see Jeff Saturday out in the perimeter. Michael Pollock, the the right guard out in play. When you get explosive plays in the pass game on screens, you have to have athletic offensive linemen. The Colts have a very athletic offensive line that got out in space and made the blocks down the field.
Hey, that's 12 years of work Peyton Manning has put into this no-huddle offense. He saw the full blitz coming. He read it. He signaled it. He got the coverage he wanted. Pierre Garcon showed his athletic ability, but he needs to give Peyton Manning a big assist.
How about that for your first NFL touchdown, if you're Pierre Garcon, huh?
Unbelievable. I remember a couple years ago, Mike, we full blitzed Peyton Manning. He read it, he audibled, he threw a touchdown pass, he jogged right by me, and he said, "Are you kidding me?"
Well, here's my appreciation for Manning, guys. And you saw it on that drive as the Colts take the 4-point lead and get a deep kickoff. Oh, Cobbs decides to bring out from 7 yards deep, and he doesn't get back to the 20-yard line. So it makes it a long field. Go back to the touchdown, John.
Well, it's an audible. Peyton Manning takes a good look at the defense. He sees the blitz. You see the young receiver, Collie's going to come and get the kick out, and you're going to see linemen get involved in this screen as well. But Peyton Manning sees it, makes a good delivery. He gets the kick out block. There you see the offensive lineman. Tom Moore told me Pierre Garcon can fly.
And what I appreciate is Manning, he had to do a lot of directing the young pups around it. You know, he's done that before, but Garcon and Collie and the running back Brown haven't been in that position before. And it all worked. Now the pendulum swings to Miami. Can they respond? They've done it mostly on the ground tonight. Ronnie Brown trying to shed tacklers on his own. Only gets a couple of yards. This hasn't been a quick strike night for Miami. Now they got to get going.
This is where the Colts love to play, the fourth quarter pass rush. Watch Dwight Freeney rush the passer. He gets cut. He realizes it's a draw. He stays alive. This is a guy that's played 70 plays in South Florida. This guy's stamina is unbelievable. His ability to retrace, find a ball, and make plays is rare.
What is Miami doing here? They're running the play clock down. They're in slow motion here. The ability to bleed the clock has been wonderful in their favor. But this is very costly time when you need a touchdown and your offense doesn't strike quick.
Yeah,
and now they have to take a timeout.
This is not what they do. They're not a come-from-behind football team. Chad Pennington will be tested, as will their offensive line in this series. Well,
they need a touchdown to win.
Yeah, you really, it's almost at the point where you should have been in no huddle. But at least, at worst, you're in hurry up, quick huddle, right? At that point?
Absolutely. And now you're behind in the down and distance. You have one timeout left. You have over 80 yards to go. Dwight Freeney and Robert Mathis are licking their chops. You got work to do now. That's uncharacteristic of the Dolphins.
2nd and 9. They go back to the run, and Brown. Foster's going to ride him here. Ronnie Brown's running really hard, but the fans are all over the Dolphins for running the ball here and not being more aggressive. And let's see, they're going to try to sneak in one more play before the 2-minute warning, and this is 3rd and a long 4. Didn't get it off. 2-minute warning. Colts leading by 4. Dolphins have just not done a good job on their first 2 plays of this drive. Now face a 3rd and 4 at the 2-minute warning with 1 timeout. Four receivers. Pennington play action. Up top, caught by Ginn. First down at the 34. And let's see. Miami can do it in the air here. It's how they're going to have to get it down the field. Need a touchdown.
It's even kind of interesting. They ran play action on that 3rd and 5 situation.
Pennington throws to Ginn. 45-yard line, first down.
And that's great pass protection by the Dolphins the last 2 snaps. Indianapolis is using Raheem Brock as a rover rusher, but Jake Long is getting no help in the most critical time of the game, and he's doing an excellent job.
Just a yard short of the first down. 2nd and 1. Fasano, the tight end, got the first down, didn't get out of bounds. They only have 1 timeout left with 1:25 left. Change the move. It's a first down. And the fans, they know there's not a lot of quick strike here. They need every second they can get. Pennington, look out! Strip sack. The ball is picked up by Vernon Carey. It was Robert Mathis who forced a fumble. So good at it. And the clock still runs. And Miami, we have an injury. We have an injury for the Colts on the far side. Well, let's see. A timeout was called by Miami, and we have a Colts injury. Well, let's see what's going to happen here, how that's going to be called. The officials are going to discuss that right now.
Yeah, when the Dolphins have to spread the field, they're 3 and 4 wide looks. You're getting a short corner for Dwight Freeney and Robert Mathis. Mathis going to be coming off the edge straight after.
The thing about Mathis is when he gets to the passer, he causes a fumble. This guy goes for the sack and the strip. Robert Mathis just caused his 27th fumble in the National Football League. John Tierlink, the defensive line coach of the Indianapolis Colts, coaches going for the strip. That guy right there, Mathis, doesn't get enough credit. Freeney, well-deservedly, gets a lot of it. That cat right there is a Pro Bowl player. These 2 guys are relentless, and combined, the 2 of them have caused 53 fumbles. Forget about the sacks. And that play right there was Indianapolis Colt football in their 4th quarter pass rush.
SportsCenter GMC postgame show coming up next. We just had an interesting conversation with the line judge and referee Terry McCauley. They were discussing what happened first, the injury to the Colts or the timeout by the Dolphins. They determined it was the timeout called by the Dolphins, which means Miami has none left. An injury in the last 2 minutes costs you a timeout, so it would have been automatically charged to Indy. But Terry McCauley says, no, we had the Pennington timeout first before the injured Colts player was recognized on the field. 2nd and 20, Miami's done with timeouts. Offside on Freeney. Pennington finds Devon Best at the 46. Will decline the penalty and have 3rd and about a yard.
Offside, defense number 93. Penalties decline, 3rd down.
Gain of 18.
Pennington did a real nice job because there was outside pressure from Freeney and Matthews. Stepped up in the pocket and waited for Best to clear and got the ball to him. Freeney beats the snap count. You see a good punch there by Jake Long, the play action fake. Pennington did a nice job of reading the coverage and getting ball on the out route, getting the ball to the receiver Best on the out route.
Receiver went out of bounds. The clock is stopped. 50 seconds left. They sneak in for the first down and get it at the 42. But now Pennington's got to get up and get moving. This is the slowest 2-minute drill I've ever seen. And now they'll clock it here on first down. Guys, I don't know. I mean, it's...
Well, there's 36 seconds left. You have no timeouts. You are going to have to push the football now. You are going to have to push the ball and be ready to clock it. Run down there and kill it. Very important that you preview these situations. Pennington knows he can't take a sack in this situation. But you got to get out of bounds. You got to be prepared to clock it. And you got to remember it's second down.
However, the Colts understand they're going to play the boundary. I think you do have a chance to get something down the middle. The Colts have stayed in that 2-deep zone. It looks like they're going to be in it again, so you may get an opportunity down the middle of the field.
Here is Pennington stepping up, looking deep. It's covered. He throws downfield for Ted Ginn, who couldn't make the play. Jacoby Lacey, rookie free agent, was in coverage. Ginn got 2 hands on the ball and couldn't make a big play.
Pennington put the ball. It was a long handoff. The ball was right on the hands of Ted Ginn. You have to make this play. Wow.
Ginn has caught 10 tonight. Couldn't bring that in. It's third down now. Pennington for Ginn. Incomplete. Now you're down to fourth down. You're absolutely right. Ginn's got a hold of that. You do credit Lacey, the rookie free agent, hasn't been on the field much. Went up and got his hand on Ginn.
You'll see he gets hand on the ball, both hands on the ball before the defender is able to whack him on the back.
Well, how about Jacoby Lacey in the game? Where's Kelvin Hayden? Marlon Jackson. We already know Gerard Powers is out of the game.
So here we go. Fourth down as Parcells' team tries to avoid going 0-2 to start the season. Got to get 10. Pennington stepped up, throws. It is caught at the 30. It's a first down for Ginn. The clock's running. They've got to clock it.
They'll clock it. They'll get another play.
And now you're probably down to a snap with 6 seconds remaining in the game.
This is a situation you've got to go with the Hail Mary. You've got to put the ball into the end zone. The one thing I've noticed about this play, Ron, this situation, is they never call offensive pass interference.
That's right.
Put the ball up in the end zone.
These Colt defenders have been on the field for 83 plays tonight. The tank is completely empty. And now you're down to 1 snap as they're just trying to find enough to get one more pressure.
Your big receiver at 6'4" is Anthony Fasano. He's the one you could throw the high throw to if he can get to the end zone.
3 to the right, 2 to the left. Game comes down to this. Pennington throwing toward the end zone, and it is intercepted by Antoine Bethea, and the Colts win a game that they don't even have the ball for 15 minutes. They win 27-23.
You got to give your receiver a chance to make a play. Chad Pennington throws this up to the end zone. He's hoping for good fortune. Doesn't get it. Bethea undercuts Ryan Hartline to make the interception.
Here's Susie Culber with Peyton Manning. Suze?
Peyton, what is it like to lead a comeback with all the young guys?
Well, I had pretty good inspiration last night from a certain quarterback for the Giants. You know, he kept me up late. I usually go to bed a little bit earlier, but I saw how calm and cool Eli was, and he's got young receivers too. So I knew it could be done. Everybody was calm, you know, and Pierre was very patient. I mean, he was very, he was more talkative than he has been all game, saying, hey, I can beat him, I can beat him. And, of course, we didn't get many possessions, but, boy, when he came up big, when he really needed them, he was really, he was huge for us.
How do you spend so much time on the bench and still connect?
Well, I hate to say it, but we have done it before a few times, and so we just kind of stay loose over there and just know, hey, when we get the ball, we've got to be effective, especially in the second half. I don't think I've ever been in a half in the second half where we just had 2 possessions, or 3 possessions, I guess, and the first one really didn't count. So it was about being efficient when it counted in the fourth quarter, and that's really what the game's about.
Well, as a quarterback, you are now the Colts' all-time leader in wins. What's it mean to you?
Well, it's like I said last night in talking to Coach Gruden, I don't feel comfortable with these comparisons to Unitas, but I'm very proud to wear the same uniform as Johnny Unitas. He was a real winner, and I've been proud to be a part of a lot of wins, along with a lot of great players throughout the Colts organization since I've been here. It's a very humbling feeling.
Congratulations,
Okay,
Peyton.
thanks, Susie.
Thank you, Susie. He's first class in so many ways. Pennington and their team did everything they needed to do until the end of the game. That was not an efficient drive.